Hello, everyone. This is Bruno with a new segment called 10 Minutes or Less with Bruno No BS. A very simple, casual interview. No fancy cameras here. Today, I have the honor to speak with Rolf, Tecta America, one of the oldest employees in the company. A company with a beautiful history, 20 years in the industry. How you doing, buddy?
Never better. How about you?
I'm doing good. Tell me something. You were a roofing consultant for Tecta America, right?
Well, I do, right now I do national sales for Tecta, but my history is with being a registered roof consultant.
How long have you been in our roofing industry?
42 beautiful years.
Wow, so you've seen that all, right? You've seen the rise of hot mop all the way to downfall of, and the new TPOs and PVCs and EPDMs and all that kind of stuff.
When I started in the industry, it was, 4 plies of asphalt or 4 plies of pitch. I remember seeing my first ballasted EPDM roof in 1979 and thought it was a novelty.
You're like, what the hell is this? Is this some kind of tire or some plastic they put it?
Right, and at the time, it's like, why would somebody put this on a building? And we saw that come, and that's kind of getting pushed to the side now by other white sheet plastic roofs. But it's a constantly evolving thing, and it's a lot of fun.
I always think you always need to keep it up with the technology, because not necessarily the technology is better, because we all know the built-up system, they are the best roof systems. But unfortunately, there's so much involved, money, liability, safety, that, people push to something more practical. And that's the reason why TPO is taking place. Not saying it's a bad product, but, it is something more easy to do compared to back in the days, right?
What I see is that when things don't work, then new ideas get tried. And I was fortunate that I've been in the industry since the single ply industry, or the single ply revolution happened in the early 80s. And there was a huge product shakeout. There's a bunch of products that are not available anymore because they didn't work. And what I see is that the products that are being sold today by major manufacturers are pretty stable products, and they appear to be behaving fairly well. So I think the learning curve is behind us, and the stuff that you can get today is pretty good.
Yeah, and what I like about you is that, you've been in the industry for such a long period of time, but you also are willing to learn things, because, a little while ago, I put a survey. What do you think it matters, age or experience? Because a lot of people confuse that. You could be doing this for 30 years, but doing 30 years wrong things, or not willing to learn different ways and different technologies, and some people think age matter. Age does matter, because of seniority, and I understand that, but you also need to be able to open your mind for new things in order for you to involve, with the products as well, right?
Absolutely. And so I'm a registered roof consultant. Part of that requires, to keep my certification, I have to have so many hours of class time every year to learn new technologies, new techniques, that type of stuff. The other, and I did watch your post about that a week or two ago about age versus youth and which is more important. They both are.
Yes.
Because there's some things that I would consider to be pure craft work where it needs to be taught to somebody, like doing fine tile work or fine slate work. You don't show up to work when you're 18 and you know how to do it. It's something that needs to be taught. On the other hand, some people, when they're older, they tend to get in their groove and they don't want to learn anything new. So it's a blend to get.
And you want to learn, right? You want to learn every day.
Yeah. Yep. I got 10 years to go, so I got to keep learning. So
yeah, exactly, man. I thought you have more, 20 years more, 30 years more, no?
We'll see. As long as I enjoy working, I'm going to keep showing up. I figure I've got 10 years to go, and you know what? If I get there and I still want to keep going, I'm going to keep going.
When did you realize roofing would be a career for you?
Purely by accident. when I was young, I had a skill for drawing, and I actually went to college to learn auto design. So, but while I was paying for college, I worked for a roof consultant doing drawings. And I paid for college and graduated. And I tell people, when you go into the roofing industry, it's like the Hotel California, the old Eagles song. You check out, but you never leave. So I have my degree.
That's a different way. Hey, you were the first one that told me that, because most people say it's a mafia, but now you describe a different way.
Yeah. So I graduated, and I loved the industry so much, I never left. And here we are.
What do you see for the future of our industry, for the new generation coming up right now?
I think you're going to see continuing with better chemistry for roofing membranes. Manufacturers don't want to be replacing roofs for free. So the technology that's out there today is good, and I see that getting better. At the end of the day, there's still more work to be done than there are workers. So the biggest challenge is going to be getting people that want to go into construction. The question is, what are we going to be installing in 5 or 10 years? It might be TPO or EPDM or PVC like it is today. It might be something we haven't thought of. But as far as the biggest challenge, it's getting manpower for people that actually want to do work with their hands.
How it is to work for such a big company?
Sure. Well, I had originally started with a local company here in Chicago that was acquired by Tecta here 15 years ago. Okay. How is it to work for Tecta? It is pretty awesome, because we've got over 70 offices across the country, and each one is kind of keyed in to its local market, servicing the needs of their specific area. I work in national accounts. So what does that mean? I help. I use that network of offices to work with accounts that, for instance, they might be frustrated because they have office, or let's say you have a client with facilities across the country. They get frustrated trying to find a roofer in every town. We become their easy button, because I can coordinate all of that. They might be concerned about different levels of safety depending on who they work with in different parts of the country. We have a unified safety program, that type of thing. Or, other thing that we run into is that they worry because they've got a client may have facilities across the country. There's bad weather. They don't know who they're working with in different parts of the country. We can consolidate all of that and make it easier for them. So it's pretty cool to have the national organization.
Right. Any messages out there for the people watching my videos, my followers, people that listen to Tecta America? It could be towards the COVID-19.
Be safe out there. I've been sequestered, we'll say, in my office here for the last 8 weeks. Can't wait to get out into the world again. But the biggest thing is be careful. Wash your hands. Be smart when we get free, so that when we are allowed out into the wild again, we can move forward and not have to come back here again. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, buddy. Be safe out there. Next time, if I'm stopping by Chicago, Illinois, I definitely want to grab a lunch with you. I don't know if I will be able to shake your hands, but definitely going to see each other, okay?
We'll do the elbow thing. Thanks for having me on, Bruno.
All right, buddy. You take care.
Take care. Thanks.
Bye-bye.